Hey guys, day 2, Cougar House Garage, working on the 5th generation 4RUNNER straight axle project. Today we actually get to continue tearing it down. Last week we got the wheels and tires off and the front bumper taken off of it to get started. So this week we got to take down, or today we need to take off the front brake calipers, the brake rotors, the upper and lower control arms and knuckle, front sway bar, and the front differential. Quite a bit of stuff to get done. Plus we have to fluid extract the fuel tank with this fluid extractor I ordered up. I've got a box open here. We'll drain the fuel tank and then we'll fluid extract the brake reservoir, and then we'll go to each caliper and fluid extract them so we can get all the lines drained so we don't got to deal with brake fluid everywhere. We'll start by doing those things, and then we'll start taking off the brake calipers, brake rotor, and start tearing this truck down. But without further ado guys, let's get started. Brandon extracting all the fuel out of the tank, so that way when we get to plasma cutting, we don't be like, oh, forgot about that.
Thank you.
Now that we got the sway bar off, the brake calipers off, the top hats off, the skid plates, a few of those cross member connection things, now we're ready to go ahead and unbolt the bottom of the shock, the upper and lower control arms, and then we'll pull that control arm and knuckle assembly off as a unit. Now we got to drain the diff fluid so it's out of there when we go to pull out these axle shafts, and we pull off the upper and lower control arms with the front axle shaft. So we're gonna get that done real quick before we pull those off.
Jesus Christ. Alright. Was not prepared for that. Always your back. Jesus Christ. Alright, that's pressurized, in case you were wondering. Sorry.
I'm glad I closed my eyes. Look at this.
Yeah, no shit.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that was fun. At least it's not burning yet. That part of me is good. My arms was.
Well, we know that shock absorber system on these 4Runners is pressurized. I don't know what's in it. It's got to be hydraulic oil because I don't know. Whenever I got completely douched. Missed Brandon. Got the camera. Well, now we know. Let's get these shocks off.
There we go.
It's got to be hydraulic oil.
Nice and clear. Cool.
Alright, now that we got all those components off, we got the coilovers off, now we're ready to go ahead and unbolt the diff and get it dropped out. there you go, guys. That ends day 2 of working on the 5th generation straight axle project, our 2016 4Runner. We got a lot done today, actually. We started with extracting the fuel out of the fuel tank, got that cleaned out so when it comes to plasma cutting, that fuel tank's empty. And then we got our brake fluid reservoir extracted too, pulled all the fluid out of there, and then we went to each brake caliper and extracted it out of them so we could completely drain the line so we're not dealing with brake fluid throughout this project. And then we started with unbolting the brake calipers, we put them aside, we pulled off the brake rotors, put them aside, and then we unbolted the sway bar and removed it. Then we undid the tie rod ends, pulled them off from the knuckles. And then we started on the upper and lower control arms. We got those bolts out, and then we popped the CV shafts out, just hit those out with the hammer and a drift pin, boom, boom, popped them out. And then we had to drain the diff. Unfortunately, we went to do it and the puddles went whoop right past our pan. What can you do? Clean that up, and then we got that differential pulled. So now the only thing we have to do next week is fluid extract the power steering system, then pull off the rack and pinion, and then we're ready to start plasma cutting this factory bracketry off the frame. We're pretty excited to get to that point, guys. You know, this project's going to be pretty cool. It's getting these 05 Ford Super Duty axles. I'm going to run 22" by 14 specialty forged wheels with Nito trail grapplers, 40 by 15 5s. So it's going to be pretty cool. Brandon and I are pretty excited about it. So next week we'll unbolt the rack and pinion, but first we'll completely fluid extract the power steering system and get that off so we're not swimming in fluid. And then we'll start plasma cutting parts off. So that'll be pretty cool. So tune in next week and join us for that part of the project, guys. Well, hey, thanks for being here today, guys. Thanks for your constant support as usual. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And if you guys want to see more Cougar House Garage, check us out at cougarhousegarage.com. Check us out at Facebook /Cougar House Garage. Check us out at threadless.cougarhousegarage.com and pick up your Dune 4Runner shirts from there. They're pretty cool. And then follow us on Instagram, guys, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.